everyone. Welcome to another broadcast. I have a very special guest today, my friend and actress extraordinaire, Josie Davis. Hey,
Thank
Josie.
you. I'm glad I'm a special guest.
You are. And you guys, Josie has a podcast that's fantastic. It's called Success Road. It's a video podcast on YouTube, on Instagram. I was a guest on there. So much fun. So I'll
Yeah.
put the link below. Also, Josie, you guys probably recognize her when she was much younger. She was on Charles in Charge.
I
That
was a
wasn't
little kid.
Yeah, wasn't that your first
Preteen.
job? You were so damn cute.
Thank you.
And then
Preteen.
she's been on Beverly Hills 90210.
I was a
And
series regular the last season. If
okay.
anyone was watching at that point.
And Sunny with James Franco, right? And
Right.
she's got two films coming out soon. And one's a rom-com and one's a film with James Reamer. So I'm so excited. Can't wait to see those. So yeah, congratulations, Josie. You're just so fun. Doing all this fun stuff, the acting and your podcast. And so we're going to talk about anything Josie wants to talk about because she's the guest, but I know we're going to touch on dating since I'm a matchmaker and Josie's single. So, hey, if there's any guys out there that's worthy of her, you can contact me. I might hook you up.
That's funny.
So as I am so curious, I'm sure people are, as a Hollywood actress, you live in, Los Angeles. What is dating like for a gorgeous, single, professional, successful, fabulous woman in Los Angeles?
No, I'll have to ask them. No, no, it's kind of people can't believe it. It's kind of a funny thing. I don't get asked out. I have a witness, my friend Denise, we used to go out all the time. Finally, we kind of gave up on it, honestly. We would go to restaurant bars, and sit there and, catch up or whatever. And if there was a guy I found attractive, I would smile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of shy, so I would try to make myself stare. Smile longer than just like, hi, like, oh, you're an accent.
Eye contact, right?
Yeah, I tried to really look and smile in a nice way, and then I couldn't help but look away. But then I would try to look again, and I literally told her, okay, I've looked at him twice, and he's fully I can tell he's peeking and looking, and then smiling, and then just doesn't come over, and then sometimes you have to remember. I guess some guys aren't single, so that could be part of the reason. But then the thing I hear the most, oh, you're so intimidating. They're intimidated because from far away, and I've had guys tell me this, from far away, you look unattainable. You look like you have your life together. You look like you don't need anybody. You look like you have somebody. They have a whole list of things that they do so they don't have to come up.
Yeah.
The ones that come up are either drunk or there was a bet going on and they said, my friend, all my group of friends over there, all those guys, they all we made a bet that no one, you can't go up to her. You're not going to go up to her. Well, I'll go up to her. The little drunk guy says or whatever. He goes, so I just came up to you and, I did it. I just won $20 or whatever.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Okay. Well, or they're married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually the experience. Or I think they're attractive and then I find out later on and they want to go out. Oh, this was a couple years ago, whatever, but I'm 28. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess this was a while. No, actually, this was a long time ago. Yeah, this was 9 years
Do you
ago.
like younger guys?
Not like that. Not at all. No, I actually just had some great guy. Well, he was great until I found out he drank too much, but he's 37 or 8. And I don't prefer to date that age at all. Mm-hmm. If they're European, you can add 10 years.
Right.
And I met someone like that recently, but I passed on that.
Yeah.
For a certain reason. The other one drank too much anyway.
I hear that a lot of people drinking.
There's a lot of guys. There's a guy that I would have been in a relationship with a long time ago. And he's like, I'm going to make you my girlfriend. I've decided. And I thought, there is the other half of that, which is me, and I have to
Yeah.
agree with that too much drinking and pot smoke,
Yeah.
and that's not my life. So it's not that easy to, it's like the little needle, the head of the needle. Like, how do you,
Right.
or
Right.
whatever that's called, that little area there, like threading the needle.
The eye of the needle going right in. So
It's tough.
maybe,
Yeah.
you're acting a lot right now. Maybe an actor. You always see these actors and actresses getting together. I mean, you rarely see people in the industry dating outside of the industry. I don't know.
Okay. So the way that goes is if you're doing movies and you're famous,
Yeah.
you're being invited to all the big parties, and that would be a dream. You're meeting amazing, successful, talented people who
Yeah.
have a job.
Big wigs.
But for me, I'm only in these movies for like these two movies I did. I was only literally, I did my entire role for both of them in 3 days.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
So,
not in the scene.
right. Right. Okay.
I'm literally like at a restaurant bar, or I don't even do it anymore. I mean, at one point everyone's like, maybe if you stop looking. Okay. I stopped looking and I stopped going out, and I completely have been single for 9 years. Like, no joke.
But you do go on some dates and
Rarely, but
now
um,
if your life's in LA, but I think if you would date like, a guy in Nashville or
oh, I'm so open to that. I
yeah,
can't fly there to hang out, but I did have somebody tell me if you go to New York,
or
like
somewhere, yeah, somewhere else
morning.
outside of LA, but would you leave and what if you fell in love? Would you
Oh, I
relocate?
totally would. I don't need to be here.
All right, I'm gonna make this happen, Josie.
Are you? Oh, really?
Well, I get guys from all over the country, so
I totally would. And I'm so adventurous that I would fly, like my friend said, fly to New York, stay there for a week, meet people, and then also maybe I could audition there for a week.
and you're in
Into
Beverly Hills, right?
I'm kind of somewhere around there.
Adjacent. We used to say
I
when
don't, I have stalker people. I don't even want
Oh,
to tell
okay.
them anywhere.
Well, she's in
Beverly
LA,
Hills
but
is
you're never
good.
going to find out where. Now, when I first moved to LA, it was in like 1983, and I was doing TV commercials, and it was so exciting coming from a small town. And I remember looking for apartments, and they'd call it, like Beverly Hills adjacent, and that would be like, yeah, that was West Hollywood, but that they didn't call it West Hollywood, they called it Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Well,
And
Century City though is that's still kind of a cool, there's some cool pockets. See, that's a funny thing about LA. There are cool pockets everywhere, I mean, think about it. Hancock Park
oh
is
yeah, Hancock Park, that
absolutely,
was the original like Beverly Hills years and years ago.
oh
Of all
God,
mansions and
the
every
lot sizes and the sprawling, the frontage and the yards and the homes are just classic, just traditional and beautiful. And I don't mean just all traditional, but that old school vibe and their beautiful culture, right?
now where are you doing your podcast now? Now you're doing it at home. Are you doing it in a studio or home now?
Here.
Now, who have you had on lately that's really fascinating?
You know what? I just did one on location. I think it's kind of exciting. I had a coffee episode. I love coffee. I'm not a coffee addict. Tom Cruise is, by the way. So this guy used to be, the guy I interviewed was a coffee. He's Machine Gun Kelly's coffee roaster. His roaster. So he's like his business partner in the way that he roasts all of Machine Gun Kelly's coffees and created his menu for him, specialty
Machine Gun
coffee.
Kelly. Who's this? Who's that?
Oh, he's a musician,
Okay.
super tall, pink nails, bleach blonde hair. His wife is, what the hell is her name? She's
Well,
so
we'll
pretty
figure it
too.
out.
She has
Well,
Megan
ah,
Fox.
Megan Fox. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She's beautiful with the blue or green eyes.
Oh my God, the blue eyes. Yeah,
Good, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So that's who he's married to.
Mhm.
And so there's a
So
cafe.
he has his own
Yes.
roasting guy.
And so the guy interviewed is the roaster. They do cloud roasting. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Instead of your typical like hot. I'm not saying it right, but it's like they do it. Some people roast it in like metal, which I
Okay.
think can ruin it. This is like you roast it in the air,
Oh,
like cloud. So,
popcorn.
connoisseurs, you might like my episode. It's coming out this Saturday.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of, I don't interview just actors and producers and stuff. I
Right.
think it's kind of, I don't know. I guess
Well,
that's,
it's fun to mix it up because there's so many interesting people in life like me.
yeah. There are successful people who wants to hear just about
Well, it's Success
entertainment.
Road, so we talk about.
All about success. Yeah. You've been on 3 times, I think. And-
We did three. I did one in studio, and then we did 2 episodes from. Yeah, and then the one you lost one and found it. We got a little clips out of it. So, what about holidays? Do you like Halloween? Do you have anybody for that? Do you have
Oh my
Dracula
God.
coming on, or so,
Oh my God. You know what? You just reminded me.
Bob guy, or
There's an actor that was going to come on I'm writing it down. There's a guy that I already had on. He's in my promo trailer for the show. He's laughing in it. His name is Ronnie Jean Blevins. He's had a long, acting career. And he was in the movie with Will Smith called Emancipation. It was nominated actually, I'm sorry, it won for best cinematography, I believe. It was it was a pretty dark subject, about the old days and slavery and everything. So it was like killer to watch, right? Like, ugh, my heart.
heavy.
At the same time, it was so beautiful. And so this actor actually played one of the bad guys in it. And he ended up doing my show. And so we somehow last year when you were on talked about ghosts. We had ghost stories. And I said, we need to talk about ghosts. And so I have to invite him back. So good thing you brought that up. My social media on my Instagram, Josie Davis, I'm about to post my search for some great Halloween stuff. Look at your cat. Looks real from here.
Well, this cat, so I got to go on my bucket list trip last year with my shaman Riz with 11 women to Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh my God.
Last October, right after my mother passed away. And it was so just poignant. And I got this cat at the Ouija board museum, and it looks so real. Look at this thing. And I fell in love with it. And then I'm carrying it like at the airport going home in Boston and on the plane, and people thought it was real and they stopped. Where did you get that cat? I want one. And we were looking it up online. Where can I get one? And my husband hates it. It makes him very angry. I don't know.
What?
He's not a cat fan, and then he gets really upset about this cat. He doesn't want it around, and especially black cat. And I'm like, I don't understand you. And then of course I love bats. Hey, you guys, I'm a psychic medium, and then I love the Ouija board. I've got my Ouija board mug now.
You actually use those?
Oh yeah, I connect with my mom on the Ouija board every morning.
What?
Now my hubby, it's so funny because he grew up in Mexico City, Catholic, right? So not that he's super religious now, but this is ingrained in him, and
Yeah, they're not into like.
oh no, that's it's like a portal to hell. So
Yeah.
he got really upset about this mug too, and I said, "You really think that the alphabet on a coffee mug's going to open up a portal to hell? Are you afraid of the alphabet?" Or
Oh my
I give him
God.
a hard time. He's a little bit more open now. He's into my mediumship and stuff. But it took
Oh.
21. Today's our wedding anniversary, 21 years.
Today?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Well, that's bizarre. Well, congrats.
I thought
Can
about
change his mind about cats. I know.
but you have a cat, a
I have 2 cats.
cats.
I have a pure white one, the sweetest thing in the world. She's playful, even though she's an older cat. She doesn't look it. She looks like a kitten.
Yeah.
She's like a teenager.
Yeah. She's on
She
your
is
show
just-
sometimes.
and you know what? I got her from working at the shelter in South Central at the time. She's a gorgeous, I forgot what it's called, Angora, Turkish Angora
Wow.
with blue eyes.
Mhm.
So she's long like a Persian and furry, beautiful, silky fur and elegant looking, but she's like a little tomboy inside. So she's really fun. Yeah, she's great. I mean, I'm telling you, this is how I managed to be single and not be lonely. Also, Valentino's the little boy, and I'm so in love with him.
Pet, right. So what else? Now why would you be afraid of a Ouija board? Let's talk about Ouija because it's October, you guys. So let's talk about something really wild. So now when you said you like that, now where would you have gotten your preconceived ideas that it's not good?
No, I think I'm not that familiar, except when I was a kid and we all thought it was,
Played. Played.
I think we used to summon ghosts,
Oh, okay.
spirits, or
Yeah,
something
you
like.
have to be respectful.
We used to do what it said. I don't know. We read it somewhere, and it used to be like a little thing that girls did at parties,
I
like,
know. See, it really shouldn't be a game. It shouldn't be sold as a game for kids,
that's
really.
crazy. So yeah, I don't know too much about it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And so, okay, so when you do this to find your mom or to speak to your mom, how
mm.
long does it take to get in touch with her?
Well, right away, because it took me, I've been doing it for 10 years. So when my friend Karen Dahlman, she's a Ouijaologist. She's written books on it. And so she's been doing it for over 40 years.
Oh my
And
God.
so we were both on George Noory's show on Gaia TV, on Beyond Belief, but not together. But when I was first getting into all of this, and then I saw her on an episode, and I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I need to talk to her because I was doing it with my friend Julie, and I couldn't have her over all the time. I wanted to connect. I wanted to connect because I had connected with my spirit guides on there and my angel. And then Julie, I need to do this alone. And so I looked up videos on it and it's hard because it takes time. It takes time. You've got to get the frequency up, the energy up. It's all energy. And I would sit there day after day and my back would hurt and I could only do, practice for about 10 minutes a day, but it took me about 8 months to get to do it on my own. And then I just start channeling stuff through. And right away, now it goes to high and then to M for mom. And then usually she says, "You are okay. I am here." And because I still cry and cry, because I miss her. And so she's like, "You're okay. I'm here." And so she says that. Yeah.
Speaking for myself, what you're talking about, when I have energy that's, let's say it becomes creative and I'm in the zone, that
Yeah.
energy that's doing it, and it's like something's writing through you. Or if I'm acting, I have a spiritual experience, something's working through me. To me, I call that God. And I'm not religious, I'm just very spiritual. But for me, God is working through me. And I always believe that God works through people uh, with their talents, that they are God given, really. So that's sort of my thing. Or if I'm meditating and I get something, for me, it's God. Yeah, it's interesting. That's how yeah, sometimes like when I'm acting and it's completely like bing, it's just,
Isn't that fun? It's so
for me,
good.
that's a God spiritual experience.
Yes.
Even doing years ago in my 20s, I did Young and the Restless.
Oh, yeah.
I had the girl like in the scene was like dying in the background, like she's back there. They have people turn towards the camera and do like a whole monologue, right? I remember then like looking off into the darkness, and we have the lights because you're shooting this show and they have these lights going across, and then they have the crew with the cameras and the makeup people around. And I remember just like looking up because I was talking about something like really meaningful from the past or something. And it was plus my whole thing. And it was just the most, I forgot entirely. I mean, she's gone. I don't see anybody. And I had this amazing experience. And that was to me, God inspired, and just, that's what that was. And it was like, wow, that was heavy, like
We
awesome.
see these little baby children, 1 years old, playing piano,
Oh God. Oh,
and doing there's probably
yeah,
past
what
life.
is that?
I
Yeah,
think it's past life. Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. That's fascinating.
And it's interesting because when people talk about now I'm a developing medium. I'm studying mediumship. I'm in an academy and working on this. And when I hear some people talking about, oh, mediums are fake, or this person's faking, and when I think about it, you could never. I don't know how anyone would fake it because you have to bring in evidence to the person of their, so how could you make up the evidence that, I mean, very specific things?
Yes,
Couldn't make
that
it up to
makes,
hit it enough. You would go out of business. You couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, I don't
yeah, that Tyler guy is real too, by the way. That Tyler, the psychic.
know. Mhm. Have you met him?
I know, I wish, but my friend produces found him, discovered him, and
Oh,
said he's
okay.
the
Yeah,
real
he's a
deal.
guy, huh?
And if you watch it, like the Alan Thicke one is so frightening because he warns him like over and over, says, you got to check your heart. I'm telling you. And he's like, okay, he goes, no, I'm serious. Like it just keeps, it's coming in hard. Oh, no one said I'm not quirky and like klutzy. It came, he goes, and he just kept saying it. It was kind of like, okay, we got it already. But, that happened. And then all of a sudden he dies and they went back and they said, let's
Hard.
play it back. And they played it back. It's crazy.
Mhm.
But, this holiday, because we're in October, but maybe, I don't know if you want me to come on again or not, but I did want to say that I'm excited about November is when the two movies are coming out. So I want to make sure that people can watch them.
Yeah.
A lot of people love James Remar, believe it or not. He was in 48 Hours. I know you've heard that movie from
Yes.
years ago. And
Yeah.
he's in Quentin Tarantino's movies. And he was just in Oppenheimer, if you saw
Oh.
that. So that movie is with him.
Mhm.
And that's that. But the Christmas one, oh my God, Marla, it's going to be so funny.
What's the name of it?
It's called Festival of Trees. It's on, if you go to Instagram.
Like a Hallmark feel good.
No, it's going to be on Tubi, I think.
Okay.
Or no, it's on something else. Oh, there are a bunch of things it's going to be on. It didn't make, it's not going to be in the theaters.
Mhm.
It's not that kind of movie, but it's a TV movie. I just can't remember where Now TV maybe is what
Okay.
it's called. Check out my Instagram, Josie Davis, Josie Davis, and follow me there. And
So
stuff.
now, do you have a love interest on there, or what do you want to share?
No. There's no love interest anywhere. And I wish I dated a narcissist once. You know what they do? They have the checklist,
Mhm.
and this guy had said, you check off all the boxes and you fit into my picture perfectly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
your picture? He's like, oh my God, I totally see you fitting into that picture of all the things I have there. And I was like, oh, like just put this to the side, a little red flag. Okay. And then it turned out all the little weird stuff he was saying, he was like looking at me. And then when we kissed, I could feel him watching.
Wow.
How creepy is that? There was nothing attached. It was like him just mentally there. And I was like, ooh, it was empty. It was empty. It was like kissing a trash can.
Wow, like a trash. Well, that's a good
Whatever, an empty bottle. I don't know. It was
that's
just
a
like
good study for any future acting roles with a narcissist, as the role.
empty.
Yeah.
Kissing, it's like kissing an object. Ooh.
Right.
Yeah. Fascinating, girls. If you feel emptiness when you're kissing someone, are they a
Like you're
narcissist?
just kissing like a
Inanimate object. Yeah, scary.
Well,
Anyway.
anything else you want to say to end this wonderful conversation?
Well, I did find some decorations for Halloween. So if anyone wants to go to my Instagram, there is going to be a cute post there this weekend, I think tomorrow, where I'm searching for, and then I finally found this really cool one. So I think you're going to like it too.
That's
pretty
at
neat.
Josie Davis on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on 8 platforms, but let's just remember one, I guess. All of them are Josie Davis except TikTok, Josie R. Davis.
And I'm at the Mystical Matchmaker.
And then all her episodes are on my Instagram too.
Hi,
Just for Marla.
the gray cat that came up to my to the window there. It's a grown cat. This cat is really obsessed with me. It's looking.
Oh, really?
Hey, look at my stuffed cat shadow.
Yeah.
So go follow Josie on Instagram and let us know.
Oh, and the YouTube channel.
And the YouTube channel, all the links will be below. And she's on, she's on 8 platforms. I mean,
Subscribe to my podcast so you don't miss it.
Yeah, we will make sure people do that because we'll track you down if you don't do it. Or because
And if you're
you want.
cute, ask Marla.
That's right. If you're
You're
single,
talented, successful, a great human being. That's all. That's
that's
all I
right.
need.
Yes, I've been a matchmaker
Ethical,
for over 2 decades,
moral.
you guys. I know what I'm doing, and I will be screening for perfect man for Josie. Much love,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.